Narayanam namaskrityam naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jaya udirayet nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttamashloke bhaktir bhavati naishtaki guruve gaurachandraya Radhikaya tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha Namaha Pankaja Nabhaya Namaha Pankaja Malini Namaha Pankaja Netraya Namaste Pankajangri. Hare Krishna, dear worshipful devotees, thank you so much for joining. We are reading Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 22, entitled Bali Maharaj Surrenders His Life. So, in the last few verses yesterday, we were talking about how Prahlad Maharaj appears on the scene. Bali Maharaj is tied up, so he can't offer full prostrate obeisance to his grandfather and a pure Vaishnava, but he still does his best. Tears are flowing through his eyes. The face is down because he's feeling ashamed also because of not completely being able to fulfill his words, his promise to Vamandev, the Supreme Lord. So that's where we paused yesterday. So now we'll continue from text 15. Yes, would someone like to read this one who hasn't yet read? Or didn't even read yesterday? I want to read? Karthik Prabhu. Ekant Prabhu?
Sure, Prabhuji. You can. Text 15. Hare Krishna, everyone. Sa tatra hasinam udikshya satpatim harim sunandaya anugair upastitam upetya bhumau shirasa mahamana nanama murduna pulakashur viklavaha. Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. When the great personality Prahlad Maharaj saw the Supreme Lord was sitting there, surrounded and worshipped by his intimate associate like Sunanda, he was overwhelmed with the tears of jubilation. Approaching the Lord and falling to the ground, he offered obeisances to the Lord with his head. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much, Prabhuji. So what is the real joy in the world? To have darshan of Krishna and his devotees. And what's the first thing we do when we have darshan of Krishna and his associates? We prostrate ourselves, put our head on the ground out of joy, the jubilation. To see devotees and not be happy is one of the 6 offenses against devotees. Hanti nindati vaidveshti vaishnavana nandati krudyate opina harshan darshane patanani shad. 6 types of offense against devotees. But here Prahlad Maharaj is showing what is the real joy for a devotee. To see the Supreme Lord and his associates, to see Krishna is the biggest joy. Rest all is Maya. Hasinam. Hasinam. So let's see what happens. The first thing is he offered pranams. Let's see what he spoke something. Let's see what he spoke. Yes, Munna Mataji, you want to read?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Sure. Hare Krishna devotees. Shri Prahlad Ubaj. Tavayeva datam padam endram urjitam ritam tadev ivadya tatheva shovanam manye mahanastya kruto hinugraha vipramarshito yacha shriya atma mohanata. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Prahlad Maharaj said, My Lord, it is your Lordship who gave this Bali the very great opulence of the post of Heavenly King, and now, today, it is you who have taken it all away. I think you have acted with equal beauty in both ways, because his exalted position as King of Heaven was putting him in the darkness of ignorance. You have done him a very merciful favor by taking away all his opulence. Purport. As it is said, Yashasham Yasham Anugrahanami Harisya Tad Dhanam Sane Bhag 10.88.8. It is by the mercy of the Lord that one gets all material opulence, but if such material opulence causes one to become puffed up and forget the process of self-realization, the Lord certainly takes all the opulence away. The Lord bestows mercy upon his devotee by helping him find out his constitutional position. For that purpose, the Lord is always ready to help the devotee in every way. But material opulence is something dangerous because it diverts one's attention to false prestige by giving one the impression that he is the owner and master of everything he surveys. Although actually this is not the fact. To protect the devotee from such a misunderstanding, the Lord, showing special mercy, sometimes takes away his material possessions. Yasham anugranami harise tad dhanam sane. Back to you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much, Mataji. So here, Prahlad Maharaj and Bali Maharaj pretty much have the same mood. Prahlad Maharaj didn't say, hey, why are you doing this to my grandson? He is innocent. What has he done wrong to you? Prahlad Maharaj, on the contrary, endorsed that yes, Lord, whatever you are doing is actually right. Bali Maharaj also didn't complain, oh, Lord, what you are doing is not the right punishment for me. Bali Maharaj was also very, very grateful and happy to receive the punishment. And the famous verse was spoken, as spoken by Brahmaji, that one should tolerate the anything the Lord arranges in one's life, because that arrangement is not a curse of the Lord. It's a blessing. Of course, it takes a very mature devotee to speak like that from the heart. One may speak theoretically, but one may, if one does not have that realization, one will still think, well, why did I get this disease? I didn't do anything wrong. Why Lord did this to me? Why I lost my job? But Bali Maharaj was not even mentally thinking. He was in the heart and the mind, same consciousness, gratitude. Prahlad Maharaj is also endorsing that the Lord, you were the one who gave him this position and you are the one who take it. You have acted with equal beauty. What is better? Is the opulence, wealth, so-called beauty better, which which makes us forgetful of the Supreme Lord? Is that better? Or one will like, even if it is poverty, but one has constant remembrance of Krishna? That question we can ask ourselves. What will we like? If we have to choose amongst these two things, what will we choose? A life of so-called wealth, honor, prestige, kingdom like Indra, but forgetfulness of Krishna and forgetfulness of this devotional service? Or we are ready, Krishna, Marobi Rakhobi, you make me a beggar, you make me a pauper, you take everything away, but never give me, forgetfulness of you. Never let me take any path which will take me away from you. That is much better benediction of the Supreme Lord. So no matter, whatever the Lord arranges, no matter whatever the Lord's plan is, all we should pray for, Lord, whatever your plan is, health or disease, wealth or poverty, India or America, whatever country, city, whatever circumstances, please, 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 just give us one thing, and that is your loving devotional service. Never make us forgetful of your bhakti. Health and disease will come, friends and family will come and go, wealth and poverty will certainly come. These are the dualities of life. No one is going to stay with us forever. The health won't stay, the money won't stay, the job won't stay. But one thing we should pray for, Krishna, never make me forgetful of you. That is the biggest fear a devotee has. Not the fear of losing job, not the fear of losing one's life either. But Thakur says, oh, make me a whatever, even a worm, but make me a worm in the devotee's home so I can hear and remember you. This is the level of Prahlad Maharaj and Bali Maharaj. I'm just speaking, but when we speak and hear, we can also try to follow in and hopefully one day kind of be at that. Any other comments, any additions anyone has in this text particular? Okay, yes. Swati Mataji, you want to read?
Yes. Hare Krishna and with Pranam. Glories to Srila Prabhupada. Text 17. Yaya hi vidvanapi muhyate yatas tatko vishate gatim atmanu yata tasmai namaste jagadishvara ye vai narayana akila loka shakshini. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Material opulence is so bewildering that it makes even a learned, self-controlled man forget to search for the goal of self-realization. But the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana, the Lord of the universe, can see everything by his will. Therefore, I offer my respectful obeisance unto him. The word ko vishashte gatim atmano yata indicates that when one is puffed up by the false prestige of possessing material opulence, he certainly neglects the goal of self-realization. This is the position of the modern world. Because of so-called scientific improvements in material opulence, people have entirely given up the path of self-realization. Practically no one is interested in God, one's relationship with God, and how one should act. Modern men have altogether forgotten such questions because they are mad for material possessions. If this kind of civilization continues, the time will soon come when the Supreme Personality of Godhead will take away all the material opulence, and then people will come to their senses. So in this verse, it is talking about how opulence and material possessions can actually, as Prabhuji was saying, that we can forget the Lord because of the material opulence and the possessions that we have. But rather, Srila Prabhupada says that we have to rather understand what our relationship with the Lord is and act accordingly. Thank you, Prabhuji. Good night. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mataji. Even a learned man or learned devotee can be, distracted in his or her goal. And there are multiple examples of this, like Bharat Maharaj, how he was distracted by the deer, like so many other examples. Maharaj, Sri Yamunacharya, he was such a self-realized soul, but with wealth. And of course, we are not blaming anyone. We are trying to learn lessons because Krishna uses his devotee to teach us lessons. Yamunacharya was in his boyhood was such a great exemplary devotee, but in his youth, because of wealth, kingdom, power, he kind of forgot the real essence. And then later his grandfather had to do some arrangement to bring him back, which he did, and became the great Yamunacharya. So it is Lord's mercy, because if the child goes in the wrong direction, won't the father or mother be concerned? If the child, gets, let's say, some success and becomes artificially proud, oh, look at me, oh, I'm the best student of the class, there is no one better than me, I'm the best, I'm the greatest, or I'm the wealthiest, I'm this. The parents would be concerned, my child is becoming so puffed up, this is not good for him or her. And they would do something to bring him or her back to the senses, even if it is sometimes a tough punishment, because they don't want the child to go in the wrong direction. A famous example is Kala Krishna Das was carried. He was in the association of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But the Bhattacharya's women, they kind of cast some kind of spell on and distracted him. But Lord Chaitanya pulled Kala Krishna Das with this shikha. So even if the child tries to go, if the devotee tries to go in the wrong direction, before even he does that, the Lord will make some arrangement, directly or indirectly, to help him or her. Because a loving mother, a loving father, a loving teacher would always do that. They don't want their children, their disciple, to go in the wrong direction. So, in short, Prahlad Maharaj is saying, "Oh Lord, what have you taken? Who are you to take anything? Everything belongs to you only. You only gave him, you only took him, took whatever you gave him. So there's no question of taking, it belongs to you only. We take from if it doesn't belong, if you give your child a phone, let's say, to do something, and you take after some time, then did you take his phone? No, it was your phone. You gave the child to use for some time, but that doesn't become, it becomes his or the child's. Similarly, the Lord may give us something, whether it's a car or a home or a job or whatever, but in the interim time we have that, we claim it, oh, it is mine, it is not Lord's. Isn't that interesting? It's like a child affair only. From the eternity perspective, whatever we 50 years, 100 years, we may possess some car or some bank balance or some home or whatever, we say it is my property, my wealth, my business, my job, my degrees. From the eternal journey of the soul, it is just for a fraction of a moment with us, or so-called us. But in that, we think, no, this is my real thing. The Lord gave for a fraction of a moment. The Lord will take it very soon, sooner or later. And then there is, oh, why you took that? It was mine. How dare the Lord dare the Lord cause me this discomfort? How dare the Lord take my property or make me a pauper? Prahlad Maharaj, Bali Maharaj didn't think like that. Everything belongs to Krishna. He can give what he wants. He can take what he wants. I'm just a servant. Be happy when Krishna gives and be happy when Krishna takes. Both are his equally beautiful pastimes. Any other comments anyone has in this context? Okay, we can read one more verse here. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yes. Sampada Mataji, you want to read?
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you. Hare Krishna. Shri Sukha Uvacha Tasyanushinvato Rajan Praradasya Kritanjale Hiranya Garbho Bhagavan Uvacha Madhusudanam. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Can you scroll down, Prabhuji? Thank you. Sukadev Goswami continued, O King Parikshit, Lord Brahma then began to speak to the Supreme Personality of Godhead within the hearing of Prahlad Maharaj, who stood nearby with folded hands. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, back to you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So now, Lord Brahma had also appeared, King Parikshit, within the hearing. So Lord Brahma then began to speak the Supreme Personality of Godhead. A nice word is Kritanjali here. Folded hands, a sign of humility. Krishna, you are the master, I am a servant. So this is the Kritanjali with folded hands. The sign of prayer, humility. I'm a servant, you are the master. Okay, let's see what happens. Text 19. Yes, someone wants to read. Raghu Prabhu, you want to read?
Yeah, I can read. Hare Krishna devotees. Text 19. Badam Vikshya Patem Sadhavi Tat Patni Bhaya Vihvala Pranjali Pranato Pendram Abhayashe Van Mukt Narpa. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Translation. But Bali Maharaj's chaste wife, afraid and aggrieved at seeing the husband arrested, immediately offered obeisances to Lord Vamandeva, Upendra. She folded her hands and spoke as follows. Although Lord Brahma was speaking, he had to stop for a while because Bali Maharaj's wife, Vindhyavali, who was very agitated and afraid, wanted to say something. So this is just saying that Brahma was getting ready to talk, ready to speak, but he got interrupted by Bali Maharaj's wife, she was aggrieved that her husband was arrested, so she had something to say. That's all. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. It's an interesting situation, yes. Vindhyavali, we have read about her, and Prabhupada did mention that she had love for Godhead, right? Can anyone tell why? We discussed that reason.
Because she washed the feet of Lord Vamandeva when he appeared.
Yes, nice. Anyone else? Anyone else remembers? Because she, yeah, go ahead. Sudhir Prabhu, you were saying
No,
something.
but she encouraged Bali Maharaj.
Yeah, she encouraged Bali Maharaj. She was not like Shukracharya telling that this person is going to take everything away. She also was present pretty much on the spot, and but she didn't say, "Oh, don't give this charity. Don't be so benevolent. At least keep something for me. At least keep my gold jewelry, which you got for me. Don't give everything." Shukracharya was like that. He didn't want Bali Maharaj to give everything. But when Vindhyavali supported, she brought the golden pot for washing the feet of the Lord. In short, she supported, and Prabhupada mentioned this is a sign of her love for Krishna, or love for Lord Vamana, or the love for the Supreme Lord. And then we discussed that how husband and wife should support each other in maintaining their spiritual vows, in helping each other to be more closer to Krishna. Not that if husband is doing something and the wife is getting, if husband is doing some devotional service and the wife is not supportive, or the wife is trying to do something and the husband is not supportive, it's not a good combination. So husband and wife should support each other in their spiritual pursuits in a very balanced and mature way. So we'll pause here at a suspense and see, did Vindhyavali scold Bali Maharaj, or did she scold the Supreme Lord? Why are you tying my husband? At least release him. You have taken the charity also, and you still. Or did she say something else? That we will discuss tomorrow. That's a suspense for tomorrow. Okay, any closing comments, additions? Nandini Mataji, wanted to say something?
Oh, just Dandavas. It really was nice that it says in both giving of the Lord and taking of the Lord, there's beauty. That was very nice thing. We only see the beauty when something comes to us. We don't see beauty when things leave. Thank you, Prabhu.
And in this situation, you made a very nice point. In this situation, everyone is kind of blaming God. Why God is doing this? Why God is so harsh towards us? But when the God is giving everything, the Krishna is giving everything, no one remembers him. No one bothers to give the credit to him. So he has to kind of do certain things like these so that people come back to their senses and understand that the goal of life is not to eat, sleep, and be merry. The goal of life is a higher purpose, to remember Krishna. So now he is doing certain arrangements through his agents. He doesn't have to come personally to remind them. A tiny agent can do that. So it's a good reminder. Okay, we'll pause here. Grantaraj Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Purana ki jai,
Jai.
Charitamrita ki jai, Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai,
Jai.
Samaveta Gaura Bhakta-vrinda ki jai.
Jai.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Thank you. Hari Bol.